This video is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, ASE. It is created solely for educational purposes to help viewers expand their automotive knowledge and prepare for ASE-style topics. For official information, study materials, and certification details, please refer directly to ASE.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really helpful lined up for you. 50 practice multiple-choice questions to test your knowledge and help you study smarter. Whether you're brushing up for an exam, preparing for a certification, or just wanting to strengthen your automotive skills, this video is designed to guide you step by step. Grab a notebook, follow along, and see how many you can get right. Let's dive in and start learning together.
1. A technician finds metal shavings in the oil filter during an oil change. What does this most likely indicate? A. Worn bearings or other internal damage. B. Faulty oil pressure sensor. C. Leaking rear main seal. D. Overfilled oil level. Answer A. Worn bearings or other internal damage. Explanation. Metal in the oil filter means internal wear from bearings, cam lobes, or other moving parts breaking down. 2. A rough idle disappears when engine speed increases. What's the most likely cause? A. Vacuum leak. B. Blown head gasket. C. Weak fuel pump. D. Burnt piston. Answer A. Vacuum leak. Explanation. Vacuum leaks affect idle mixture most when airflow is low. Higher speeds mask the imbalance. 3. A knocking noise occurs only on startup and disappears after a few seconds. What's the likely cause? A. Collapsed hydraulic lifter. B. Loose timing chain. C. Cracked flywheel. D. Bad PCV valve. Answer A. Collapsed hydraulic lifter. Explanation. A lifter that bleeds down overnight causes noise until oil pressure refills it. 4. What could result from excessive oil viscosity? Too thick. A. Low oil pressure when cold. B. Poor lubrication during startup. C. Reduced bearing wear. D. Improved cold starting. Answer B. Poor lubrication during startup. Explanation. Thick oil resists flow when cold, delaying lubrication and increasing startup wear. 5. A compression test shows one cylinder with 0 psi. The most likely cause is A. Worn piston rings. B. Broken valve spring or valve stuck open. C. Worn bearings. D. Weak ignition coil. Answer B. Broken valve spring or valve stuck open. Explanation. If a valve can't close, compression cannot build, leading to a 0 reading. 6. An engine cranks slowly and has low cranking voltage. What is the most probable cause? A. Faulty starter. B. Worn camshaft. C. Weak battery or poor cable connection. D. Leaking valve. Answer. C. Weak battery or poor cable connection. Explanation. Voltage drop from poor cables or a weak battery reduces starter speed. 7. What will a clogged oil pickup screen cause? A. Increased oil pressure. B. Oil starvation and engine damage. C. Rich air-fuel mixture. D. High coolant temperature. Answer. B. Oil starvation and engine damage. Explanation. A clogged pickup prevents oil from reaching the pump, starving internal parts. 8. Technician A says an oil filter bypass valve prevents oil starvation if the filter is clogged. Technician B says it regulates oil pressure at high RPM. Who is correct? A. Technician A only. B. Technician B only. C. Both. D. Neither. Answer: A. Technician A only. Explanation: the bypass ensures oil flow continues even if the filter is blocked, though unfiltered. 9. What can cause an engine to have high oil consumption but no visible smoke? A. Bad PCV valve drawing oil vapor. B. Lean air fuel mixture. C. Burned exhaust valve. D. High coolant temperature. Answer: A. Bad PCV valve drawing oil vapor. Explanation: a faulty PCV system can pull oil into the intake and burn it invisibly. 10. A technician hears a steady ticking noise at idle that doesn't change with RPM. What's the most likely cause? A. Exhaust leak at the manifold. B. Worn camshaft lobe. C. Piston slap. D. Rod knock. Answer: A. Exhaust leak at the manifold. Explanation: small exhaust leaks near the manifold create a consistent ticking at all speeds. 11. What happens if the timing belt tension is too loose? A. Belt noise and possible jumping of teeth. B. Increased valve lift. C. Improved fuel economy. D. High oil pressure. Answer: A. Belt noise and possible jumping of teeth. Explanation: loose tension can cause rattling and misalignment, leading to skipped timing. 12. What's the most accurate method to locate a blown head gasket? A. Compression test. B. Cooling system pressure and block gas test. C. Vacuum test. D. Oil pressure test. Answer: B. Cooling system pressure and block gas test. Explanation: combustion gases in coolant confirm internal leaks. 13. If the oil warning light flickers at idle but goes out when accelerating, what's indicated? A. Worn bearings or weak oil pump. B. Faulty oil filter. C. Shorted oil pressure sensor. D. Clogged air filter. Answer: A. Worn bearings or weak oil pump. Explanation: low RPM means low flow. If clearances are large, pressure drops until RPM rises. 14. A popping noise in the exhaust under acceleration usually means A. Rich mixture. B. Retarded ignition timing. C. Weak spark. D. Burned valve. Answer: D. Burned valve. Explanation: exhaust gases escaping past a burned valve can cause backfire like popping. 15. Which condition can cause detonation, pinging? A. Advanced ignition timing. B. Retarded ignition timing. C. Weak valve springs. D. Faulty O2 sensor. Answer: A. Advanced ignition timing. Explanation: if spark occurs too early, the mixture explodes before top dead center, causing knock. 16. What component controls valve operation in an OHV engine? A. Push rods and rocker arms. B. Overhead camshaft. C. Hydraulic tensioner. D. Timing gear only. Answer: A. Push rods and rocker arms. Explanation: OHV engines use these to transfer motion from the camshaft to the valves. 17. What can cause uneven compression across cylinders? A. Incorrect cam timing. B. Throttle body leak. C. Faulty spark plugs. D. High oil level. Answer: A. Incorrect cam timing. Explanation: timing issues affect when valves open and close, changing effective compression. 18. What is the most likely cause of engine oil turning black quickly after change? A.
Carbon and soot from combustion. B. Coolant contamination. C. Worn bearings. D. Fuel dilution. Answer: A. Carbon and soot from combustion. Explanation: normal combustion deposits darken oil as detergents suspend carbon. 19. Technician A says an overheating engine can cause oil to oxidize. Technician B says oxidized oil thickens and loses lubrication ability. Who is correct? A. Technician A only. B. Technician B only. C. Both. D. Neither. Answer: C. Both. Explanation: heat breaks down oil, forming sludge and losing its protective properties. 20. What could cause excessive valve lash in one cylinder only? A. Worn cam load or bent pushrod. B. Low oil pressure. C. Weak valve spring. D. Cracked piston. Answer: A. Worn cam lobe or bent pushrod. Explanation: either worn cam lobe or bent pushrod reduces valve lift and increases lash in that specific cylinder. 21. If coolant enters a cylinder, what symptom is most likely? A. Blue smoke. B. White smoke. C. Black smoke. D. Pinging. Answer: B. White smoke. Explanation: steam from burning coolant appears as white smoke at the exhaust. 22. Which of these would cause the engine to idle rough but smooth out at higher RPM? A. Burned valve. B. Dirty air filter. C. Bad throttle position sensor. D. Stuck thermostat. Answer: A. Burned valve. Explanation: a burned valve causes low compression noticeable at idle, less so at speed. 23. What happens if an oil pump pickup tube is loose? A. Oil pressure will drop intermittently. B. Coolant will leak. C. Fuel will dilute oil. D. Idle speed increases. Answer: A. Oil pressure will drop intermittently. Explanation: air enters the pump through the gap, interrupting oil flow. 24. A technician hears a light metallic rattle at idle that disappears when RPM increases. The most likely cause is A. Loose timing chain. B. Cracked flex plate. C. Piston slap. D. Loose accessory bracket. Answer: A. Loose timing chain. Explanation: a slack chain can rattle at low speed until tensioners engage. 25. What tool measures valve spring tension? A. Valve spring tester. B. Feeler gauge. C. Micrometer. D. Torque wrench. Answer: A. Valve spring tester. Explanation: measures spring pressure to ensure it meets specifications. 26. What is the primary function of piston rings? A. Lubricate the cylinder walls. B. Seal combustion gases and control oil. C. Support the connecting rod. D. Regulate crankcase pressure. Answer: B. Seal combustion gases and control oil. Explanation: piston rings create a seal between the piston and cylinder wall, keeping combustion gases above the piston and controlling oil below it. 27. A customer complains of oil pressure that gradually drops as the engine warms. What's the likely cause? A. High oil viscosity. B.
worn bearings increasing oil clearance. C. Clogged air filter. D. Blown head gasket. Answer B. Worn bearings increasing oil clearance. Explanation. As oil thins when hot, worn bearings allow pressure to bleed off more easily, causing lower readings. 28. Which of the following can cause high crankcase pressure? A. Clogged PCV system. B. Leaking injector. C. Weak fuel pump. D. Faulty thermostat. Answer A. Clogged PCV system. Explanation. A blocked PCV valve prevents blow-by gases from escaping, building excess pressure in the crankcase. 29. What would cause coolant to bubble in the radiator when the engine is running? A. Blown head gasket or cracked head. B. Low oil pressure. C. Stuck open thermostat. D. Worn piston rings. Answer A. Blown head gasket or cracked head. Explanation. Combustion gases entering the cooling system cause bubbling and overheating symptoms. 30. Technician A says an oil filter that's too restrictive can reduce oil pressure. Technician B says a clogged filter may trigger the bypass valve. Who is correct? A. Technician A only. B. Technician B only. C. Both A and B. D. Neither. Answer C. Both A and B. Explanation. A restrictive filter can limit pressure. If clogged, the bypass valve opens to prevent starvation. 31. What test determines if piston rings are sealing properly? A. Vacuum test. B. Wet compression test. C. Leak down test. D. Cooling system pressure test. Answer B. Wet compression test. Explanation. Adding oil temporarily seals worn rings. If compression rises, the rings are worn. 32. A burned exhaust valve typically causes which of the following? A. High compression. B. Low compression and misfire. C. High oil pressure. D. Fuel odor in the oil. Answer B. Low compression and misfire. Explanation. Burned valves can't seal properly, reducing compression and causing cylinder misfire. 33. A worn timing chain will cause A. Retarded valve timing and poor performance. B. Advanced timing and better acceleration. C. Increased oil pressure. D. Faster camshaft rotation. Answer A. Retarded valve timing and poor performance. Explanation. A stretched chain delays valve timing, reducing engine efficiency and torque. 34. What is the main cause of excessive valve guide wear? A. Improper lubrication. B. Excess oil pressure. C. Incorrect valve clearance. D. Weak valve spring. Answer A. Improper lubrication. Explanation. Insufficient oil flow allows metal-to-metal contact, wearing the guide prematurely. 35. What can happen if valve stem seals are installed incorrectly? A. Valve float. B. Oil leakage into combustion chamber. C. Excess crankcase pressure. D. Coolant loss. Answer B. Oil leakage into combustion chamber. Explanation. Poorly fitted seals let oil leak down the valve stem, causing blue exhaust smoke. 36. Which of the following will cause a high reading on an oil pressure gauge? A. Clogged oil passage. B. Worn bearings. C. Faulty PCV valve. D. Low oil level. Answer A. Clogged oil passage. Explanation. A blockage raises resistance in the oil circuit, spiking pressure readings. 37. A vehicle's engine makes a deep, dull knock that changes with engine load. What is the likely cause? A. Worn connecting rod bearing. B. Loose rocker arm. C. Exhaust leak. D. Collapsed lifter. Answer: A. Worn connecting rod bearing. Explanation: rod bearing knocks are deeper and louder under load when cylinder pressure is highest. 38. What will a leaking intake manifold gasket cause on a V-type engine? A. Lean mixture in affected cylinders. B. Oil contamination. C. High compression. D. Coolant loss only. Answer: A. Lean mixture in affected cylinders. Explanation: the gasket leak allows unmetered air into one bank, causing a lean misfire. 39. What's the purpose of honing cylinder walls during an overhaul? A. Smooth cylinder walls for maximum sealing. B. Create a crosshatch pattern for ring seating. C. Increase compression ratio. D. Reduce piston clearance. Answer: B. Create a crosshatch pattern for ring seating. Explanation: honing forms microscopic grooves to retain oil and promote proper ring break-in. 40. Which component keeps oil from leaking past the crankshaft ends? A. Rear main seal and front crank seal. B. Oil control ring. C. Valve cover gasket. D. Thrust washer. Answer: A. Rear main seal and front crank seal. Explanation: these seals keep oil inside where the crankshaft exits the block.
41. A rhythmic hissing noise in the intake at idle is most likely caused by A. Burned intake valve. B. Lean air-fuel mixture. C. Cracked exhaust manifold. D. Weak valve spring. Answer: A. Burned intake valve. Explanation: a leaking intake valve allows compression gases to escape back into the intake manifold. 42. Technician A says high oil pressure can damage seals. Technician B says high oil pressure can cause filter failure. Who is correct? A. Technician A only. B. Technician B only. C. Both A and B. D. Neither. Answer: C. Both A and B. Explanation: excessive oil pressure can rupture gaskets and filters, leading to leaks or failure. 43. What is the most common cause of piston scuffing? A. Overheating or insufficient lubrication. B. Lean air-fuel mixture. C. Weak valve springs. D. Incorrect valve timing. Answer: A. Overheating or insufficient lubrication. Explanation: heat expansion or lack of oil causes the piston to seize or scrape against the cylinder wall. 44. Which condition will cause black smoke from the exhaust? A. Coolant burning. B. Oil burning. C. Rich fuel mixture. D. Lean mixture. Answer: C. Rich fuel mixture. Explanation: too much fuel and not enough air causes incomplete combustion and black smoke. 45. What does a vacuum gauge reading that slowly drops during idle usually indicate? A. Clogged exhaust or restricted catalytic converter. B. Leaking intake gasket. C. Late ignition timing. D. Burned exhaust valve. Answer: A. Clogged exhaust or restricted catalytic converter. Explanation: a steady decrease in vacuum indicates back pressure building up in the exhaust. 46. What happens if the oil level is too high? A. Aeration or foaming and pressure drop. B. Better lubrication. C. Valve noise. D. Coolant leak. Answer: A. Aeration or foaming and pressure drop. Explanation: the crankshaft churns excess oil, trapping air and reducing pressure. 47. A cylinder leak-down test shows air escaping through the exhaust pipe. What's the problem? A. Burned exhaust valve. B. Broken piston. C. head gasket leak, D. cracked block. Answer A. Burned exhaust valve. Explanation: air escaping through the exhaust indicates a valve that's not sealing properly. 48. What is the most likely cause of a rattling sound from the timing cover? A. Worn timing chain and guides. B. Loose valve spring. C. Damaged cam bearing. D. Low oil pressure. Answer: A. Worn timing chain and guides. Explanation: slack in the chain allows it to strike the cover or guides, creating a rattling sound. 49. What can cause oil to leak from the rear of the engine between the transmission and engine block? A. Rear main seal failure. B. Blown head gasket. C. Valve cover leak. D. Oil pan overfill. Answer: A. Rear main seal failure. Explanation: the rear main seal prevents oil from escaping around the crankshaft at the transmission end. 50. A customer reports a gradual loss of power and increased oil consumption. What's the most likely cause? A. Worn piston rings and cylinder walls. B. Weak fuel pump. C. Faulty oxygen sensor. D. Blown head gasket. Answer: A. Worn piston rings and cylinder walls. Explanation: ring and cylinder wear cause compression loss and allow oil to enter the combustion chamber, reducing power and increasing oil use.
Thanks so much for studying with us today. I hope these practice questions helped boost your confidence and sharpen your skills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next study session. You can click the links on screen right now to watch another study video and keep your learning going. I'll see you over there.